Well, good evening. On Tuesday, a man called us saying there was no crossing guard helping his child cross the road. I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Kim Chapman. This morning, a call from a woman who got into a confrontation with an officer who was directing traffic. News Channel 9's Natalie Jenereski explains.
Good evening. The first week of school always brings headaches for students and teachers across our viewing area, but one problem is popping up at East Brainerd Elementary that has local drivers fighting back road rage.
He came over and stepped in front of me and slammed his hands down on my car and said, "You want to hit me? Come on, hit me."
Cheryl Kreger says this was the first time she was ever scared of a police officer. Kreger has been driving through the East Brainerd Elementary school zone for a few years now, but this morning was different. She says she pulled up to the intersection and the officer told her to stop. That's when the trouble started.
I sat there for a few minutes and then he finally just walked off the road and back down the side street and talked to this other lady, and I thought, well, he's left us sitting there and we're waiting to go to work. So when he came back over, I'm like, can we go? There was not any children on East Brainerd Road.
Kreger says that's when the officer lost his temper and left these fingerprints on the hood of her car. Officer Morris wrote her a ticket, along with Colleen Wilhelm, who saw what happened.
I pulled out to see if she was okay, and as I was talking to her, then he motioned for me to go ahead and pull over and get a ticket too.
Both women are charged with failing to obey traffic laws and say they plan to fight those charges. A police officer was dispatched to the scene, and he advised the women to call Officer Morris's supervisor.
I wasn't here. I didn't see what happened. I've had experience, though, with that particular police service technician, and the behavior they're describing is not one that I would characterize him with.
Ultimately, Cheryl says this isn't about the ticket.
I'm just very upset about it, that this kind of person is around our children.
And that particular officer will not be around children for very long. We spoke with the school's principal today, who says Officer Morris is a temporary replacement for the usual crossing guard, who is off for a few days. In the newsroom, Natalie Jenereski, News Channel 9.
And the principal of East Brainerd Elementary says the school has no control over the crossing guard situation. The Chattanooga Police Department oversees it.